Kristi, this is your reading. Every reading, I think I'm going to find something that I think represents a part of you and share it on the screen. So that was a little snow globe, little baby angel, so much love, a master nurturer, and you've been nurturing forever and ever and ever, and you take care of everyone so well, except, you take good care of you, but you're the last. And I think part of you learned a long time ago that you're not supposed to come first, or that coming first might mean that you're too selfish, or, narcissistic, or something like that, when in fact, I've said it for other readings, grab your oxygen mask first and then help everybody else. Beyond all of that, though, there is something quite different about you. I think you have a story. It's not a scary story. It's not. You are a pioneer girl, okay? And that's coming from another pioneer girl, so I'm allowed to say it. I think you have been places, and for whatever reasons, when the time came, you up and left. You up and left for security, safety, love, compassion, survival. Survival. There's a lot of that going on around you. I see it. And I see you digging in deep. Man, you get behind everybody and you push them, and you push them hard to get to where they need to go. And then at the end of the day, Kristi is left somewhat exhausted from pushing and pushing and pushing. But I got to tell you something. From the very beginning that I knew I was going to do a reading for you, this image keeps coming to me time and time again, so I'm just going to say it. And this is how I do readings. But I see this like a cobalt blue sweater with kind of pearlized buttons on them that almost grandma would wear, a grandma type person would wear, and her scent is on it. There's something that you have that sometimes, to ground yourself, you find it and you take it and you hold it. And I don't know if it's that piece of clothing or if it's a stuffed animal, but my mind's eye wants to see this sweater of some sort that still has her essence on it. And if you could, you just wrap yourself in it and throw the covers on and call it good. But at the same time, you're striving. So, although, yeah, part of you does want to hide because it's a lot going on right now, you are growing leaps and bounds inside yourself. You're doing things you never thought that you'd do. You're surprising the heck out of everybody, including your closest family members, which could be hard on them. I've probably talked about this too before, and we all kind of know that even if you're doing a really good thing, sometimes our closest ones can struggle with that because we're changing. And I think maybe they're afraid we're going to change and go away, which isn't true at all. You're just getting rid of what you don't need and adding, or maybe polishing up what's already there. Because I always say it's not about gathering things and putting them together that makes us whole. It's about unpeeling to get to the center of who we are. That's the shiniest, yummiest, prettiest part. Forget all the stuff we put on top of ourselves, and the lip gloss, and the clothes, and the size, and things, and the accolades. At the end of the day, there is that little tiny spark of you. And that spark is what draws people to you. And I would say that people are drawn to you. And I'll bet you anything, I could be wrong, but I get the feeling that the strangest things happen to you and people come up and talk to you out of the blue and tell you their stories. They tell you stories that you can't believe, but you sit and listen to them because they need you and you're there, and you're really non-critical. You are, though you have your own morals, yes, but when somebody else needs your ear and your attention, you're not judgmental that way. If they're just asking to be heard, you are the ace to be doing that. You're the perfect person to do that. I see an older guy along with the older woman, but I don't know if this is her husband. This actually might have been her brother, so a brother of the grandmother or a older auntie. I don't know. There's something there. And he's there too, and I think he was around when you were little. To think I can see him pushing you on a bike, with the training wheels and on a swing, and telling you, don't be afraid. It's all right. I gotcha. There's somebody here who's made it to the other side that says, it's all right, I gotcha. It's okay. You can take your hands off the brakes for a little bit, or your foot off the brake. Depends what you're driving. And glide for a little bit. Just glide. Listen to that voice. I think you're onto something. I think you've thought up something to do. And you may be in the midst of doing it, but I'm going to say it's a gigantic yes. Do it. Continue to do it. Believe in it. It's calling to you, and it has done for a long time. But right now, it seems like it's getting closer to the time for you to be able to do it, and in a safer way, if you know what I mean. Yeah, it just looks like you have the support that you need and the stability that you need, because gosh, you've worked hard for stability. You've been to pillar to post, and you've finally got stability, and you've got a good circle around you, Kristi. I feel like you've got people who care and who love you for you. And you need more of that. I say more of that. Open the doors up. Go with that gut instinct of talking to those other people and finding out what it is they need, and see if you can give it to them, because I think that you can. There's something about you. Are you in the health industry? Are you thinking of psychology? Are you doing something to nurse somebody? Something life-giving. And you've wanted to do this, and I say do it. Go for it. And don't worry if you trip and stumble a little bit. You can look good and still do that. And for me, I'm a big time faller. I always say that I'm a faller. I'll just fall over and break something. My mother always says, we're fallers. What can we do? But it's all about your intention. And your intentions are good. Your intentions are right on the mark. Nobody's going to take this from you, though yes, there are some people who may feel jealous, but that's just because they're insecure inside, yeah? And no hate to those people, because they've got their own struggle, and it's nothing to do with you. You didn't do this, and it's not your fault. And, you can't save everybody. There's some people around you who you want to save, but you can't really save them from themselves if they don't want to be. You can try, and hey, if they're ready and when they're ready, they'll be able to listen and hear you. But for right now, what's most important is you. You. So, focus on you and this beautiful, sparkly little self that you are. It's just lovely. I don't know. Every time I looked at your picture, I just saw shininess and something beautiful. Something really precious, Kristi. So no, I don't have anything scary for you. Scary things are things that are created in our minds when there's too many blanks and we're left to fill them in. And what do? We catastrophize and we awfulize. I say this a lot. But you don't have to listen to any of that. You are on the right path. Here's a few more things I'm getting. This is how I read. It's crazy. Childhood home, white house, like a white house and white fence, but some blue trim. I'm going to say like a bungalow, another bungalow style house. 2 cars. I think you had to struggle to get some attention to some degree, but then at the same time there's something quite independent about you, something quite wild in a lovely way, in a beautiful way, in a wilderness kind of way. And I think that you're prone to listening a little bit to your intuition. So continue to do that. And like I said, I feel like there's some people around that maybe have passed over to the other side that are saying, Kristi, we gotcha. Keep going. Don't give up. I think the longest it could take you is a year or 2 max, whatever that is. Whatever it is. I hope to hear what it is. Anyway, that's all for now. Just a little reading. Just a little about Kristi, who has volumes deep. I haven't, I'm scratching the surface here. But let's be fair, you're in the midst of a big change. So I smile because it kind of feels like Christmas. It's like, wow, you're going to give this gift to yourself. And in giving this gift to yourself, you're going to give it to those who you love. Go you. Take good care of yourself, and thank you for being brave enough to let me do this reading for you and to see that it's okay, and I gotcha, they gotcha, we all gotcha. Take good care. Bye for now.